Here. The table saw is a flexible cutting tool for low density materials. It's only for cutting plastics and wood, quite fundamentally. The table saw is a very, very efficient way to cut these materials into long strips or perpendicular or at different complex angles. The blade of the tool, which is located under here, can be set at a wide range of angles, going from 45 to vertical. And that you can cut then compound cuts by holding the material at an angle and the blade at an angle. You can make very complex cuts. The machine is a dangerous machine because the blade is coming towards us. And so if I'm feeding material into the blade and it catches, it will come back to me. And it can come back with a lot of force. This particular machine has 3 horsepower. So think about your lawnmower. It's approximately the power of your lawnmower. And when all that momentum gets translated into a piece of wood, it can really have a serious deleterious impact on you. We have protection here, which is supposed to grab the work and keep it from coming back to you. But this is not to be counted on. This is only an effort to make it as safe as possible, but in fact, your primary safety measure is your own care and attention to use of the tool. The tool generates a lot of dust and it generates a lot of noise. So this is a tool that should be used with hearing protection and eye protection. Pieces of material can fly off of the blade, and that's an additional reason to use your eye protection. The depth of cut of the blade should exceed the height of the material by a margin sufficient so that even if there's slight displacement of the material, it will still be fully cut. And in fact, typically, on the order of a centimeter above the work is useful. There are different guides to use with this machine. This guide holds work to be cross-cut. By loosening this screw, one can change the angle that the work is held at and proceed through the blade at different angles. Okay? That's the cross-cut holder. This guide is used for taking material in long blade parallel cuts. Set the distance, lock it, and then guide it along. These are material pushers so that we don't end up with our hands near the blade. There's an offset here that can grab the back of the work, so that when you're pushing the work through and you're getting to the end of your cut, you're not having your hands near the blade. So oftentimes we'll simply proceed with these 2 tools in our hands as we start the cut, so that when we get to the finish of the cut, they're in position already. More sophisticated tools are available for holding the work as well. And these tools will hold position of the work and keep your hands removed from the proximity of the blade. And there's a pass-through for the blade here. So you can hold work and put it through without getting your hands anywhere near the blade. So this tool is only to be used by people with supervision of an expert user. There are too many ways to set this tool to be able to fully train someone without actual use experience. So the tool must be monitored in each and every use by anyone who's other than an expert user. Again, the risks of this tool include finger cuts, because we have a blade here that's spinning with sharp teeth, and if you get your hands in there, they will take your whatever's put in there off. Then throwback, which could hurt you by impact. Eye protection, because of the dust and particles and bits and pieces that may fly off of the work. And then hearing protection, because the tool is typically very loud. So the table saw is a flexible tool, but one which has to be used with the appropriate blade for the material you're using, and the material is, generally speaking, going to be a soft material such as wood or plastic. Again, like we spoke with the bandsaw, the choice of the blades is all important. So this blade obviously has few teeth on it. So as we get to thinner and thinner material, we need more and more teeth so that we have still teeth cutting on each and every movement of the work. So there always has to be teeth actively engaged on the work. Choice of the blades is, again, a matter of experience, and it can be looked up in tables. We have specific blades for plastics and laminates and woods. Okay.